Welcome to the third part of the user registration tutorial. In this part, we are going to check for existence of all that was discussed in the last part. Let us have a quick recap of what was done in the last part. We have stripped the tags of our full name and username. We have stripped and encrypted our password. Remember this sequence for the functions so that we are not stripping off our encrypted value. Here we are going to start our registration process. I'll be checking the existence of all these. Just before I do that, I am going to set the date. Now this is using the date function. Inside we have Y for the year, M for the month and D for the date. It's the capital Y for a 4-digit year. If we use a small y, it would be a 2-digit year. So, in my database, at the moment, I have my year first, then my month and my date, and these are separated by hyphens. You can see this when we enter our database here and insert a value into users. We can see that the date is in a specific format if we use this kind of function here. When I click today, you can see here that we have got the year in a 4-digit format and our month here and our day here, separated by hyphens. It's adjusted into that structure in my database. Okay, so if submit, then we need to check for existence. I will add a comment here, check for existence. Now, this is really easy. All we want to do is we have to say is if statement and a block code after that. The condition will be if full name, username, password and repeat password exist. We have evidence here. We will say if username followed by and, so double ampersand symbol, then we will say password. And then we'll say, oh, I forgot the full name here, so I'll add it there. Separate these with a double ampersand sign. The last one is repeat password, so type that. We are going to require all of these. Else, we will say echo, please fill in, and in bold, all fields. We will put a paragraph break after that. Also, let me put a paragraph break before the form so that we don't need to add it to every error message we give. So that's it. Let's just try it. I will go back to my register page. We got it here. Let's click in register. Please fill in all fields. Let's type a couple of fields here. Let's choose one of our passwords. We will not repeat our password. Register O. Repeat password. Repeat password. The reason this is not working at the moment is an MD5 value of nothing is equal to an MD5 string of text. An encrypted string of text. So I realize what we need to do is take out the MD5 function here. Make sure you remove the end brackets. I will come down here and check for all of our data. So let me go back and try this again. Remember, it didn't work before when we didn't choose a repeat password. So if I didn't choose a repeat or a password, we get our error. If I again choose a value except the repeat password, we still get this error. That's the problem. What we should say is, if everything exists, then we can convert our password and repeat password. So I will just say password is equal to MD5 of password. This will encrypt our original variable value and store a new password code in the same variable. we also need to say repeat password equals MD5 and repeat password. Here, comment this as encrypt password. We have encrypted our password. Now, we will go ahead and add all our data into our database. I am going to do this because we have got our data going to our registration. We are going to set a maximum limit for each data that is input. Now we say 25 characters for our full name, username, password and repeat password. So the maximum value is 25. So I will say if the string length of username is bigger or greater than 25 or string length of the full name is greater than 25, let us look at these individually and say if the length of your username or full name is too long. Let me put this correctly. If each of these values is greater than 25 or bigger than 25, we are going to echo out these values saying username or no. Let me say max limit for username or full name are 25 characters. Otherwise, I will proceed to check my password length. Now I have decided to do this. Check password length because I want a specific check for this. If string length of my password is greater than 25, or string length no, let's get rid of this. Get rid of else. The first check I want to do is to see if my passwords match. Let me say if password equals to repeat password, then continue the big block of code. Otherwise, echo out to the user, your passwords do not match. Okay? So, you can type here and we can keep checking your character length. Now, to check the character length of username and full name. So, check character length of username and full name, and that is going to be what we said before. If username is greater than 25, rather if the string length used in this function is greater than 25 or the string length of full name is greater than 25, then we echo length of username or full name is too long. So, just to keep it simple, and then otherwise we will say check password length. Here I am going to specify or say if. Now remember our passwords match, so we only need to check this on one of the password variables. Here I will say if the string length of the password is greater than 25 or string length of our password is less than 6 characters, then we will echo out an error saying password must be between 6 and 25 characters. This will work for sure. We will continue this discussion in the next tutorial. Before that, let me just conclude this with an else statement. So, otherwise, we will say register the user. Our code to register the user will go here. In the next tutorial, We'll test this out and we will learn how to register the user, and we'll put our code here in that tutorial. This is basically for checking a minimum or maximum limit on our password, and this block of code here will be our magical register the user piece of code. So join me in the next part. Bye bye. This is Mad Madhur dubbing for the Spoken Tutorial project.